So you're thinking about moving to Mesquite, Texas? Well, in this video, we are going to take you through Mesquite so you can see it for yourself. This is a city just about 20 minutes outside of Dallas. And I tell you what, 20 years ago or so, Mesquite was all the craze. Then it took a little bit of a dip, you could say, but now it's starting to make its comeback again. We're actually down here kind of in the old historic part as well. I'll show you a little bit around here, probably grab a cup of coffee, and then we'll take you around, show you a couple of different homes and some different price points, kind of like we always do, so you can get a good idea if Mesquite might be a fit for you. And we're gonna get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about living in Dallas, Texas and the surrounding areas like Mesquite, well, subscribe below, tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to learn about the current market here in Dallas. My name is Levi, my partner Travis, and the team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you, and you, and you, and you, looking to make their move to Dallas. We absolutely love it. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. We're happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. So we're right here. Look at this. You have a Dos Panchos Mexican restaurant. You don't just get one poncho, you get two ponchos, Dos Panchos, that's right. Right now they've got a live music venue about to come in here on this town square. We've got The Gathering, this little coffee shop right over here. I'm gonna stop over there, show you the inside so we can grab a coffee on top of that too, because it is a beautiful spring day here in Dallas, Texas. As usual, this is the time of year. I mean, right at the end of February, March was kind of like a little back and forth, but April, May, beginning of June, this is the perfect weather time where we hover right between 75 to 85 degrees and really makes Texas, or Dallas, Texas, very enjoyable for the weather. You can see here, you got your tax and bookkeeping. They've probably been there for quite a while. And there's a hair studio, there's a hair salon right over there. And also this is kind of off of Front Street where they host right now, actually starting last week or two, all the way through November is a farmer's market. That's gonna be open every Saturday. You can come around here, host the farmer's market, and enjoy some good fruits and vegetables, all that other good stuff, probably some organic things as well, and always good to support the local farmers, I would say. So I love farmers markets. I just love supporting small businesses in general. That's why anytime I come out, I like to hit up these little coffee shops in these historic parts of the town and everything. But otherwise, there's a lot that happens over here. There's another little part of Mesquite off not too far from here. A lot of historical markers and everything. There is an old railroad say that 3 times, old railroad that ran through here back in the day, well known for a few high profile robberies and just some other historical markers that you could come around town. Make it a day if you want to visit Mesquite. A really good time for the family. I tell you what, back in the day, like the Mesquite, the Town East Mall, that was the thing. I wasn't too far from here. My partner Travis, actually, Travis grew up here, born and raised. This is his old stomping grounds. His parents are still not too far from here, so he comes over here to hang out with them from time to time. But yeah, the Town East Mall back in the day was like pretty cool. It's not so much anymore, but hey, I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. But all malls were pretty cool back in the 2000s, right? But now we got Amazon, right? So who needs to go to the mall? But anyways, you can see they do some little events down here and close this off sometimes. Saturday, the farmers market right through there. Over here on Front Street, they just finished a $5.5 million renovation throughout here just to ramp all this up. You're going to see a lot of new development going on around here too. You're seeing a little bit more of new construction happen as well. So it's really making us come back, and you're right. You're inside Dallas County, but you're about 20 minutes from downtown. So you got a good proximity over here on the east side, close to Forney as well, right next door to Sunnyvale. And so, yeah, there's quite a bit to do around here. But let's go grab a coffee, and then let's go check out a couple of homes and some different price points so you can kind of see what's might fit inside your budget, kind of like we always do. Cruise around a couple of the neighborhoods so you can see it, and hopefully you enjoy this. So let's get after it. Oh, one correction. We've got the Gathering, this little coffee shop right over here. That is actually called Bear Cave Coffee. So, but I got my iced Americano as usual, and it's delicious. So yeah, Bear Cave Coffee, and definitely check them out here in downtown Mesquite. Now let's get after it. All right, so we're here at the Opal Lawrence Historical Park in Mesquite, and I just missed it. So it just closed. So just FYI, 10:30 to 3:30. It's like right at 3:40 or 3:50 right now. So I just missed it, but otherwise you can see a complete historical park here. This is something I was talking about, one of the many historical sites all throughout Mesquite. But you can come in here, park, hang out for the day, come check out some of the old buildings and whatever else they have to showcase here. And then again, you can check out like the robbery point of the railway. Again, I just can't say railroad. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Those trains. The train was robbed. That's what we're going to stick with today. Sometimes we got to stick to the simple terms here in Texas. Anyways, just look it up. Go online. Check out Mesquite. Just Google Mesquite. You know, you can always look at Visit Mesquite, or usually Visit in the City. That website is always typically a good resource. There's almost everyone for every area, at least here in the Dallas area, where you can get a lot of good information. But anyways, you know, great day to come out here and have a picnic, or earlier it was, maybe come for lunch, but something to check out. Now let's go check out some homes. All right, let's go. All right, so we're at our first stop here in Mesquite, and people say you can't get affordable housing anymore here in Dallas, Texas. Everything's going absolutely crazy, and it's just, you can't find it. But here we are. You take a look at this house, the first one we're coming up on. This one's actually only $254,000 listed. Can you believe that? Yes, that's right. Some people say you can't find a home here under $400,000 or $500,000, but this one is at $254,000. It's 1,552 square feet. That's going to put the price per square foot somewhere around 164, 165. Now, it's an older ranch style home. It was built in 1975, so that's something that you're going to find. But overall, you take a look at this neighborhood. I mean, for Mesquite over here, you're going to have much established neighborhoods. You can see by the size of the trees, very large. But this neighborhood looks like very well taken care of as far as all of the neighbors. I don't believe there's an HOA here because that's usually just not the case in these over in these older neighborhoods. But you've got a lot of really nice ranch styles home, but this is what you're going to find built in the 60s and 70s and 80s. A majority of these, you might find one randomly torn down around here and maybe a newer construction that went up in the 90s or something like that. But otherwise, this is what you'll find. Now, based on your own taste, then, you know, this home, it's actually move-in ready, but depending on your taste, it might need some updating on top of that if you wanted to spruce it up. But I mean, at a price point of $254,000, I think there's plenty of room in there to update that. So you can see here as we walk down. But I like it, man. I mean, you're talking about something that is affordable. You're looking to make a move. You're coming from other states where clearly homes are probably a lot more expensive. We're seeing a big influx, of course, from the West Coast, from the East Coast, and just dropped my glasses. So maybe I could just put those on, you know? Maybe that's a good way to hang on to my glasses instead of dropping them all over the place. Just put them on. And I tell you what, it's a beautiful day out here. But nice and quiet. This neighborhood, not a lot of traffic, not much going on. I saw some folks sitting out there on their porch. Looks like they're having a nice glass of iced tea, hanging out. But otherwise, not too shabby for under $300,000. Not a bad way to start off the day here. So let's cruise you around this neighborhood so you can get a better idea of what's going on here. And then let's jump up to the next price point. And you gotta love here in the spring, the blue bonnets, They're absolutely beautiful. This is the Texas state flower. They spring up wildly all over the place on the sides of the highways, in these open fields. They're absolutely beautiful. Definitely a sight to see here in springtime in Texas. Now let's go check out some more houses. All right, so we're at our next stop here in Mesquite, and you'll see the house right behind me. Right there is listed for $465,000. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It's 2,391 square feet. That's going to put the price per square foot a little bit higher, around 190, 192, I believe. And it was built in 1995, but that's what you'll find over here in some of these these neighborhoods over here in Mesquite for some of these 90s built homes. I mean, this is kind of traditional, what you'll find from the homes built in the 90s. You'll see this in some of the older Frisco homes up north. A lot of this, the brick, and you see here the red brick, just all brick homes. That's what they like to throw up around here, and a little mix of single story, 2-story as well. So that's a pretty good size home right there for almost 2,400 square feet for $465,000. So definitely Mesquite's going to be a lot more affordable than a lot of the areas here in Dallas, because they are going up. Now here's the situation right now is people are concerned. Right now we're seeing interest rates increase. Now you have to think about this. The people that are worried about this are showing percentages increases. Well, when you go from a 2.9 to a 4 or a 4.5, yes, that looks like a giant percentage increase overall to interest rates. But if we can remember, about 2.5 years ago, especially pre-2020, 2019, 5% was the lowest rate we had ever seen on mortgage rates. And that was a good deal at the time. So I love what my partner Travis always says, don't wait to buy real estate and wait. So even if you feel like the interest rates are at a little higher point right now, the appreciation that's going to happen over the next 5 to 6 years in the Dallas area is probably not going to let up. And if rates were to ever drop down again, let's say in 2 years, you simply refinance. So 5% still a low and decent rate, and you can find a good home. But think about that. If you hold on to it for 2, 3, 4 years, the appreciation value is going to go up significantly. And if rates do drop down again, refinance, you're going to have a ton of equity, because Dallas is now projected to be the number 3 metro. They project it will pass up Chicago within the next couple of years. That's pretty significant because Dallas just passed up Houston, which we've been behind Houston for a long, long time. Houston's held the number 4 spot as far as the top most populated metro for quite some time. So to pass up Houston, that's pretty significant. So you got to think about the growth. They project that there will be another 3 million people moving to the Dallas area in the next 6 to 7 years. And that's what will push it past to the number 3 metro behind New York and LA. Think about that. And of course, everybody from New York and LA is moving to Dallas right now. There's just so much space here. We're not landlocked by mountains or hills. We're not waterlocked. So the room to grow and expand is going to continue to go outward. However, all of the real estate here closer to Dallas is always going to be very valuable. So these are things that you want to take in mind and keep in consideration. If you have an opportunity to move now, it's never been a better time as well, even if rates have gone up just a little bit. So the main thing is just give us a call, and so that we can talk these things through with you. We'll get you in touch with one of our local lenders here. We work with Fairway, mainly one of the best teams in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. And I tell you what, they can get deals done anytime. We just don't miss out. We've already helped 100 families now, just in the beginning of the year, secure homes here. We've helped 100 families already win homes here in the Dallas area. That's no small feat, because we're seeing 20 to 25 offers on every home almost still. But we know how to get these deals done. You definitely have to give us a call, but let's cruise around this neighborhood so you can check it out. And then let's go stop at another place, and let's bump up the price point a little bit more here in Mesquite. All right, we're we're here at our last stop here in Mesquite, and now we're up in the $610,000 price range. You can see we are here in new construction area. A lot of these homes are a few months out from being completed, but these are going to be some good looking homes. You're going to have a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,300 square feet, right around $610,000. More likely the base price. That's the price per square foot is going to be just under that's what, 183, 190, somewhere around there. And you can see going to be some pretty nice homes. You're right around the Mesquite High School, one of the Mesquite high schools, not too far from here, but not a lot of availability left in here. There's a few other spots, but that's why you got to reach out. Again, this is something that you call any builder here in the area, and they could have 100, 200 people on a wait list realistically. Now the thing is whenever something comes available, they typically don't call down that wait list, because then they have to make a whole lot of individual calls. What they do is they call someone like us, where we're working consistently with 100 active buyers in any given time. With our team, because we get so many calls, texts, and emails every single day, we are consistently working with about 100 active buyers, which is why we typically sell a home a day at least, because we're popping up deals left and right. And so because of the amount of clients that we work with. But we know the little honey holes around here. I'll pop up some of the renderings so you can see of some of the homes, and there's so you can get a better idea. But there's a couple of spots left in this neighborhood if you want to be in the Mesquite area. You want brand new construction. You don't find that a lot in the Dallas area. You will find some pockets of it, but it's not as widespread as whenever you go up to North Dallas, where there's more room to grow and a lot more open fields. But you will find some of the spots like this where it's just a little patch, and it looks like they've got room for another 3 or 4 rows worth of homes. And so they'll fill all of that in here pretty shortly. So these are a couple of months out from completion. But if you're thinking about moving in the summertime, this is a great time to secure new construction homes as well, because you want to try to lock in the pricing on these new construction homes. You can't necessarily lock in the rate. There are some situations you could do to try to lock in a rate in advance, but I say that's the best thing to talk through with our mortgage team that we partner with. They'll explain all of that, give you a better idea of how that works. But ideally, if you can lock in some of the pricing on these new construction homes, and that's the main thing, make sure there's no escalation clauses or price increases on the home. So just in case prices do increase, a lot of the people that we work with have quite a bit of equity in their new construction homes whenever they move into it. So that's a great thing about it, is that, hey, you may have to wait a few months, but if you're thinking about moving during the summertime, this is really the ideal time to lock in some homes, especially if you're looking in new construction, because we can find some that are 2, 3, 4 months out in advance and should close on or around the time you're ready to move over the summer. So always something to think about and lock in.
All right, we don't take you inside too often, but I decided to stop in here at the end to show you the inside of this model home, of the sections I was just showing you where the new construction is going to be happening. So very, very nice. Oh, I just dropped my glasses again. Seems to be a reoccurring theme here. So anyways, beautiful homes in the 400s to 600s. They have some in the 400 and 500 ranges as well, but this is really nice, and nice finishes on here as well. So I think this is a great option over here in Mesquite. And again, all you have to do is give us a call, because they only release certain lots at certain times. We just got word that tomorrow they're releasing 8 lots. So that's how a lot of these builders operate, is again, they're starting to only release a few homes at a time. So their last release was 30 days ago. Now tomorrow, and I know you're probably going to see this a week after that, but you just have to let us know, because we know whenever they open up the next phases coming in, or the next phases. So even though tomorrow they're going to open up 8 more lots or 8 more homes to sell, and right now they're usually waiting until they have about 2 to 3, sometimes 4 months left, instead of just releasing the lots. Just depends on the builder. Sometimes they release lots, sometimes they're building now, and really because inventory and demand is so high, they're usually building the homes first, waiting till they get about 3 months out from completion, and then they release them. So when you see this video, the 8 I'm talking about tomorrow will probably already be contracted on. However, you can give us a call and we'll lock in the next phase that's opening up if you want to be in the Mesquite area and you want to be in the 400 to 600 range as well. But look at this master bedroom, pretty nice size here as well. And come into the master bath, not too bad. Oh, hello, how's it going? So, oh, and a good size master closet. So anyways, now let's take you for a little cruise so you can see a little bit more of the neighborhood. And again, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Happy to help you make that smooth move to Dallas. And until next time, well, we hope to show you around town.